Welcome to For Christ's Sake, where faith meets mental wellness. I'm Dr. T, a Christian psychiatrist dedicated to exploring mental health through both clinical expertise and biblical wisdom. Today, we'll talk about trusting in God's plan during anxious times. This is part 13 of 20 of our anxiety series. Trusting that God has a plan for us can bring comfort and reduce anxiety. You probably already know the verse of today, which is Jeremiah 29:11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Let's trust in His plan. The phrase that I've been repeating to myself over and over again has been God's timing, God's will, God's way. God's timing, God's will, God's way. I'd encourage you to memorize Jeremiah 29:11 if you haven't already. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare, not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Trusting in God's plan can be challenging, especially when we face uncertainty and fear. However, believing that God has a purpose for our lives and that He is in control can bring immense peace. By surrendering our worries to Him and trusting in His timing, we can find comfort and hope, even in difficult times. If you can share your stories of how that hits you, of how God has used His timing and how you've trusted Him in His timing. Let me know how I can be praying for you. Remember, seeking help for mental health is not a sign of weak faith. It's an act of wisdom and self-care. Know that both professional help and faith-based support are available. Until next time, may God's peace guard your hearts and minds. God bless.